St. Augustine lecture on the Gospel of John, Tractatus 4, chapter 1, verse 19 to 33. You have very often heard, holy brethren, and you know well, that John the Baptist, in proportion as he was greater than those born of women, and was more humble in his acknowledgement of the Lord, obtained the grace of being the friend of the bridegroom, zealous for the bridegroom, not for himself, not seeking his own honor, but that of his judge, whom as a herald he preceded. Therefore, to the prophets who went before, it was granted to predict concerning Christ, but to this man to point him out with the finger. For, as Christ was unknown by those who did not believe the prophets before he came, he remained unknown to them even when present. For he had come humbly and concealed from the first, the more concealed in proportion as he was more humble. But the people, despising in their pride the humility of God, crucified their Saviour and made him their condemner. But will not he, who at first came, concealed because humble, come again manifested because exalted? You have just listened to the psalm, God shall come manifestly, and our God shall not keep silence. Psalm 1 verse 3. He was silent that he might be judged. He will not be silent when he begins to judge. It would not have been said, he will come manifestly, unless at first he had come concealed, nor would it have been said, he shall not keep silence, unless he had first kept silence. How was he silent? Interrogate Isaiah. He was brought as a sheep to the slaughter, and as a lamb before his shearer was dumb, so he opened not his mouth. Isaiah chapter 53 verse 7. But he shall come manifestly and shall not keep silence. In what manner manifestly? A fire shall go before him, and round about him a strong tempest. Psalm 49 verse 3. That tempest has to carry away all the chaff from the floor, which is now being threshed, and the fire has to burn what the tempest carries away. But now he is silent in judgment, but not silent in precept. For if Christ is silent, what is the purpose of these Gospels? What the purpose of the voices of the apostles? What of the canticles of the psalms? What of the declarations of the prophets? In all these Christ is not silent, but now he is silent in not taking vengeance. He is not silent in not giving warning, but he will come in glory to take vengeance and will manifest himself even to all who do not believe on him. But now, because when present he was concealed, it behoved that he should be despised. For, unless he had been despised, he would not have been crucified. If he had not been crucified, he would not have shed his blood, the price by which he redeemed us. But that he might give a price for us, he was crucified. That he might be crucified, he was despised. That he might be despised, he appeared in humility. Yet because he appeared as it were in the night, in a mortal body, he lighted for himself a lamp by which he might be seen. That lamp was John. John chapter 5 verse 35. concerning whom you lately heard many things, and the present passage of the evangelist contains the words of John. In the first place, and it is the chief point, his confession that he was not the Christ. But so great was the excellence of John that men might have believed him to be the Christ, and in this he gave a proof of his humility, that he said he was not when he might have been believed to have been the Christ. Therefore, this is the testimony of John when the Jews sent priests and Levites to him from Jerusalem to ask him, "Who are you?" But they would not have sent unless they had been moved by the excellence of his authority, who ventured to baptize. And he confessed and denied not. What did he confess? He confessed, "I am not the Christ."